I never gave a reach around to a spider monkey while reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I always used to sit on the couch as a little kid watching Looney Tunes with the carrot in my hand going, yeah, what's up, Doc? And it just grew and grew, and then I realized that Mel Blanc was my hero when I was a kid, and so many other voice actors of the day. And I would love nothing more than to join their ranks and make the children of the future happy like they made me happy.
I woke up late because I was drinking at the Clam last night, and I went outside and I got my newspaper, and then Stewie tried to kill my wife for the 4 millionth time, and then went for a nice stroll to the bar and drank more, and then I came home and had dinner, and I farted on Meg.
I'm Robert Franzese, and my passion is voice acting. Why do I take voice acting so seriously? Ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to be a cartoon character. I saw stuff like Space Jam or Roger Rabbit, and the idea of humans and cartoons coexisting just was one of the coolest things ever. And then when I found out that it was, when I grew up and I realized there were real people that were the voices behind those cartoons, I felt like becoming a cartoon character in real life was possible. It's been great receiving like fan mail, because you forget that what you do means so much to other people until they write to you and they tell you about it. Like I remember a few times people have asked me if I could wish their kids happy birthday, because it was the kids love Family Guy and they think Peter Griffin's real, and I bring that to life for them, and it's an incredible thing to see the joy in their faces and stuff, because you don't really realize the power you have over people when you can have a talent like voice acting. And over the years, I've tried to pick the brains of all voice actors at these conventions. I've met awesome people like Rob Paulson, who was Pinky and Pinky and the Brain. He did some of the Animaniacs. I've met John DiMaggio, he's Bender on Futurama, and a million other voices. And these gentlemen are just incredibly talented people, and I love to pick their brains about how they got into the whole voice acting.
My name is Anthony Cross. I am the handler for Robert Franzese, better known as real life Peter Griffin. Basically what I do is I try my best to keep Robert organized best I can. It can be tough at times because you are working with a cartoon character.
God bless him.
So it really can be a challenge at times. So my job is to just keep it organized, make sure we have constant content coming out, make sure we're on time for interviews, going to shows, and just making sure everything runs smoothly, and just let him feel comfortable in being the character and let him just worry about that.
Because I'm completely irresponsible.
Also, on top of being Peter's handler, I also am the chicken. So I basically direct him around, and then I take a beating afterwards from him. So that lets him get his frustrations out with me as a chicken.
It's a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie.
And the ultimate goal is to get Robert to be a professional voice actor, because so many people just know him as Peter. I appreciate his other voices more. I mean, he's constantly making me laugh with new voices he comes out with, and like Don Corleone from The Godfather.
Well, Santa, what have I ever done to make you treat me so disrespectful?
And me being a Star Wars fan, he kills me when he does Yoda.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. I sense much fear in you.
And it's always great when he imitates real life people, like when he does Rodney Dangerfield.
What a crowd, what a crowd. I went to my doctor, Dr. Vinigumba. You know my doctor. He says, doctor, I wake up every morning, I look in the mirror and I throw up. What's wrong with me? He says, I don't know, but your eyesight is perfect.
And always a hit with the kids is when he does Spongebob.
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. M is for anywhere and anytime at all down here in the deep blue sea. Ah!
And also being a huge wrestling fan, gotta love when he does Macho Man Randy Savage.
Impossible, because I'm too hot to handle and too cool to hold. Yeah! I know that it can be intimidating to go after your dreams and to follow your passions because it doesn't fit into the norm of society. I can't speak for everyone's experience, but I know my own experience, and I know that the feeling of the liberation of doing what I love to do far outweighs any of the anxiety of society and their pressure on me. So I just found it so therapeutic to be able to become Peter Griffin, because you get to step out of yourself for a moment. And I think that's why a lot of cosplayers get into it, because it is very liberating to be someone else for a day and to be the person that you look up to, even if they're a fictional character. It's very powerful to become that character, because you can throw away any of the anxiety of your personal self and take on the characteristics of that person, and it truly is very freeing. So if anybody is out there that's intimidated to start cosplaying, well, I don't care what you look like, I don't care what your body type or your skin color is. If you love a character, you should cosplay that character, because it's the greatest feeling in the world, and you shouldn't limit yourself like that.
Remember, kids, when you poop in your dreams, you poop for real. Shut up, Meg, you don't matter.
Make what? You can't be next to me, see?
It's okay.
This is what happens.
Let us do it. Keep going. Just keep rolling. Just keep rolling. Sound check, 1, 2.
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
Alright.
And this is the problem. This is what happens. This is what happens. This is what happens.
You were doing so well.
Because you're next to me, I feel you're shaking. And
What can I do? Alright, here we go. Keep going. Do something else. Anything. You can just talk.
I never gave a reach around to a spider monkey while citing the Pledge of Allegiance. Let me do that one again.
We should make you sing opera. That's crazy.
Do not make me sing opera.